everyone, Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Baldur's Gate. Last episode, we went and took a look through the northern central area a bit. Didn't find too much, found a Temple of Helm, I suppose, and also found the main castle of this place, though we didn't actually go into it at all. Now, well, we're still looking through the northwestern section area, and we ended up having a bit of a bar brawl between us and another adventuring party, though a second adventuring party did come to assist us. Now, let's continue looking around. De Grodel's house. Locked. Noblewoman, do you know of anything about this?
A pleasure to meet a socially acceptable
No, you do not.
person such
Alright,
as
we'll ignore you then. Continue looking around. See if anything of note shows up. And I think we found the western wall. Interesting design to that house. I'm noticing that there aren't really any shops in this particular section. The nobles' quarters don't seem to have shops. Very interesting. I guess they go into the lower class quarters in order to sell things. Fair enough. You'd think there would be at least a high-class shop around here. Oh, Tavern and Inn. It's literally just called Tavern and Inn. I doubt there's anything special in here.
Hello, pal.
Or there is. Glad to make your acquaintance there, by golly. What might ye be needing from old Connolly Finn? A tale of treachery amidst the nobles, or a bit of back-alley skullduggery? I hear many things while tipping a bit of ale. What have you heard bandied about the bar lately? Oh, we've many a tale of the undercellar and those that try to go there unseen. Oft was the time I bumped against a patron so as to accidentally drop the hood from their face. More disreputable folk than I would have made it quite a tidy living soliciting donations from those that wish to remain anonymous. I would advise against the practice, however. They can afford to pay ye, they can also afford to have someone else remove ye. Hey, Ben?
You want some whiskey?
Okay, don't need anything there. Anything of note upstairs?
If you insist.
Or an old man.
You need something, stranger?
Hail and well met, young'un. Have you come to old Borinol for a tale or two of life in the realms, or are you just strolling about meeting the folks of Baldur's Gate? Have you any interesting tales? Oh, I have tales. Whether they are interesting or not is a matter of debate, I suppose. I could share one with you, though it likely has no bearing on anything of importance. Nothing at all to be gained from the telling, save a moment of time well spent. By all means, go right ahead. I shall then. It was the dawning of a new year, and Chester Blackboot and I were off to rally our friends and storm the gates of the old Firewine ruins. Vela Stablehand was at the head, and she was the eldest, you understand. We pretty much agreed that she would take point and absorb most of the initial damage where we attacked. Of course, Vela had her father's axe, too, and that made her an imposing sight at the forefront. She was tall as a pine and could deliver a backhand like you was so much silt on the breeze. I remember a time when she and Chester, Mrs. Chester Allendale, no relation to the Blackboots, but a good thing the Blackboots had not the patience for Vela and her shenanigans. Well, Chester and Vela were spelunking in the Oldcaster, at least that's what the kids called it in those days, and her father comes up, and by golly, Vela up and belts Chester so hard he didn't hit the ground for a week. Vela's father sees this and laughs so hard he plumb forgets he's mad. He's like that, though, and the day he passes up a good joke will be the day he passes on entirely. I remember a time. I don't mean to be critical, but does this story have an end? Or a beginning, for that matter? Stories continue long after the exciting bits end, young'un. You'll miss a lot of life if you don't pay attention to anything outside of swinging the axe and smacking the head. Ah, well, people had more patience in my time. Why, Buck Longbrow could stare at corn from seed to harvest, though he always was a bit shaky after the fall. Leave me be. Okay, so... I mean, it would have been fine, but he did kind of just ramble a bit.
Alright, alright.
Oh well.
Alright, alright.
Moving on. seems to be... Ah, this must be the, this must be the protections of that mage with the, yeah, Entar Silver Shields. Wait, Entar Silver Shield? That's not the person. I don't think that was the person. Ragefast the Mage. Huh. I don't know who Entar Silver Shield is. Well, let's continue looking around. Surprisingly less in this northwestern section than I thought. I know normally I loot all the things I can, but I feel like there isn't really as much need here. Somehow. Right, Gardener, you have anything to say?
Away with you, beggar.
What are you doing? This is the estate of Entar Silvershield, and he damn well won't be pleased to know that hooligans are tromping all over his lawn. And it's locked. Okay, then, I guess there isn't really anything of note up here. Seems to be everything there was around here. So, how about we take a look at the western central section, shall we? See what we can find. Surprisingly, not much that we had to do here. Well, let's save before we go through.
Proud to stand among.
Alright, down we go. See what we find.
Very well.
Okay, can't go around that way, but there does appear to be something of note here. Sleeping man. You okay there, buddy? I'm sure he's fine. What is this building? Ragefast's home. Ah! This is where we'll find that nymph. And the High House of Wonders is here. Alright, let's take a look at Ragefast's home. It's locked. Guess we'll need to pick our way in. We'll come back to it. Let's just look around first. We will free the nymph. That'll come later. Oh wow, that is actually a very large place. I mean, someone did want us to steal something from the High House of Wonders. We're not going to steal from the place. But I mean, we may look around in here if we can find the entrance. High House of Wonders. No, seriously, where the hell is the entrance to this place? There it is. It's really hidden.
Hello. Nice to make the acquaintance of such a cultured personage.
Hail and well met, stranger. I take it you are an adventuring sort? I could tell the moment I saw you. You do not have the manicured hands of the fops we usually get through here. May I have a moment or two of your time? What do you want of me? Well, I'll tell you. I am a bard, and a soon-to-be great bard, I might add. All I really need is some good material for a song or two, and I'll be playing the big rooms. Seeing as how the masses are always like tales of daring do, I need to purchase a few details off of you. I could always make something up, but such things never ring true. Are you interested? For the right price, I might consider it. A reasonable request. What if I paid you 200 gold for each idea? The lot of a bard is to travel and learn. Why don't you go out and find your own stories? Why? Because it's dangerous out there. I became a bard for the easy work and prestige among certain female members of my social set, not because I wanted to chase vermin down dungeon holes. Do you wish to help or not? You know what? Sure. Not every bard is made for adventuring. Bards often are the ones singing and such. I don't see a problem with a bard buying a few tales off of us. What types of tales do you require? I don't know. Something dashing and dangerous that will make the ladies go, my hero. I have a grand piece about the Iron Throne. It would seem that they are in the midst of a plot to weaken the entire region, to increase their power base, and possibly to allow for invasion from Amun. They don't seem to be totally in control of the crisis at this point, though, and this has allowed me to come close to destroying them once and for all. I faced all manner of beastie and bandit in my travels, and come near death more times than I can count. Would you like to hear of the feral viciousness of gibberlings, or perhaps the cunning of the common kobold? I could tell of the strength of the gnoll, or the size of the ogre. I could relate how I have seen good people struck down unjustly, or the strength of character of the common farmer. Perhaps an ode to the conviction of the adventuring cleric, or how good people fight for what is right in the face of incredible odds. What say you? How about a tale of gold and the frenzied lust it inspires in people? The treachery of a friend that stabs you in the back for the coins you just pulled out of the depths of a dungeon? Or the foolishness of a man who dropped all his arrows to make room for more treasure and faces his enemies defenseless for it? Why does that last one sound like something that we almost did? No, let's mention the beastie and bandit. Well, that all just sounds rather brutish. I'm not sure what my muse is supposed to do with such tales. Perhaps, as they say, I just really had to be there. Take your money, and I shall slink away to write some songs about the high price of ale and how my silken sheets chafe. This bard business is going to be rather difficult if I am restricted to writing of things I know or understand. I mean, well, we got 200 gold out of that, sure. So, hey, that was something. Anything up here? Priest of Gond. Up here, please. Thank you. No, I want to speak to the priest.
Gond's greatest gift was the ability to
Welcome
invent.
to the High House of Wonders. I hope you have come to venerate Gond, the inspiration divine. Is there anything you need of me? All you need but do is ask. Otherwise, you are free to worship the Wonderbringer to your heart's content. Alright. Can we get these things identified? We can. Adventurer's Robe? Battle Axe of Maulitar. During the Tetherian Civil War, the Battle Axe of Maulitar was in the possession of the House of Ossiand. This noble family was betrayed while trying to flee the country, and Maulitar, lead guard and personal friend, took up the axe and sacrificed himself to buy enough time for his companions to flee. His battle cry was favored by the gods and was echoed across the lands as a symbol of devoted friendship and loyalty. Thus, the magical axe was used to uphold these virtues against those who lacked honor and courage. Okay, not too bad. The bracers are braces of defense AC 7 and a +1 longsword. I don't think we really need any of those. We can do a little healing. Not a big deal. We have the money to spare. Fair enough. Alright, and I don't think any of us uses an axe. Use the greatsword, you use a bow. Well, no, you have a +1 longsword, so you're fine. You don't use an axe. You use the greatsword, you use the hammer. You use a bastard sword. Yeah, all this is stuff we can sell.
Very well.
Okay, this is a path down further. Everlight.
I serve the
If
flaming
you're looking for
fist.
information about the Hall artifacts, you should see Brathlin. Welcome to the Hall of Wonders. A mere gold piece secures entry to the most curious collection of machination inspirations on all abertorial. The craft displayed within is truly a sight to see, and the gold raised goes to needed supplies. The future wonders will be bought. A mere pittance to pay for a day's entertainment. Please enter and enjoy the works within. Gonsman Brathlin will offer insights on a number of items, but his time is limited and the tour will not be extensive. Good day. We'll speak with Brathlin in a moment. I just want to take a look down this path. Just get it uncovered. There we go. Now, let us go down and investigate. Gonsman Leonardo's Helical Aerial Wonder. Well, I can recognize what that is. Steam Dragon, Pump of Gond. Okay, then. Brathlin, let us speak and learn what you have.
Please follow, and I shall endeavor to introduce you to the majesty of Gond.
As you say.
Please don't touch the displays, or me.
I hope you had little difficulty making your way here. People are often confused by the companion building across the lane, the High House of Wonders. It is a consecrated temple to Gond, our worship center on the Sword Coast, and parent temple to the hall here. Separated to ensure that tourism does not disrupt the sanctity of our reverence, the two structures are nevertheless linked by a bridge, that they might be guarded as one.
Please follow.
Here is a
and
wondrous
I shall
item
endeavor to
forged
introduce
from the
you to
mind
the
of one of our
majesty
most
of
respected
God.
gnomish brethren. Known as a steam dragon, it is a remarkable, if somewhat noisy means of moving large objects. The fire in its belly powers mighty gears that can be affixed to belts and pulleys, hauling loads that would require dozens of strong backs. Our own harbor employs such items on a grand scale, relieving ships of their cargo in a matter of moments. Might detrimental to the jobs of several longshoremen when installed, it has greatly improved the health of the few remaining.
Please don't touch the displays.
Another marvel of
or me.
ingenuity, the Pump of Gond. By standing astride the seat, one is able to move water as a mill wheel might, with only the power of the legs. Excellent for watering fields or draining a flooded home. Hard work to ride for long, it does spare the back and neck from bearing the weight of buckets.
Please follow.
Bringing light
and I
where
shall
is
endeavor
naught
to
but
introduce
darkness,
you
the
to
Everlight.
majesty of
The
God.
natural law that all must fall helps feed continuous oil to a system of lamplights, eliminating bothersome refueling for weeks at a time. This is the enormous tank that holds the oil in reserve. None need be stranded in the night again, as is inevitable with the standard illumination. Have you ever known the oil to run out during the daytime?
Please don't touch the
Here be
displays.
an amazement if ever there
or
was
me.
one. Without question you have all seen a mariner's standard spyglass, that crude device that roughs out a coastline. It is but a shadow of this work of art from far-away lantern. We are informed that it was labeled a telescope, or some such when initially assembled, but we have taken to calling it a farseer, a much more elegant name for its function and craftsmanship. The faces of the stars themselves are visible with its aid, and one is liable to run out of Earth before running out of sight. Our local craftsmen have not been able to recapture Gond's original inspiration, and the inner workings remain a detailed mystery. Thus, while copies of its beauty are available, they function no better than the spyglass I mentioned.
Please follow.
I apologize,
shall
but I
endeavor
have to take my
introduce you
leave.
to
I have
the
duties in the temple, and
majesty
I
of
must
God.
leave you to marvel on your own. Are there questions I must answer before I go? I might answer before I go? You spoke of the two halls being guarded as one. What did you mean by that? Oh, it's a simple matter. With the halls conjoined, guards within one can pass to the other in a matter of moments. This is actually little needed, what with the extensive use of wards to keep out miscreants. Any number of guarding spells can be triggered by simply passing near one. Anything else? Would it be possible to buy one of these items? What is their worth in gold? I have hinted that flawed copies of the items can be bought, but they must be ordered much in advance. Currently the wait is no less than a year. These originals on display are unavailable at any price, as the exact details of their construction are often lost to time. Apologies. Have you another query? Please, continue the tour. Such items are incomprehensible without sage interpretation. Forgive me, but I cannot dally any longer. Duty calls, but enjoy your visit nonetheless. Please respect the needs of our other brethren as well, and leave with the falling of darkness. Many have nightly devotions that require their time, and they appreciate not having to hunt out stragglers. Well, we know that there was a quest to steal something from there, but we're not going to. Oh, wow, this really is big.
If you insist.
This temple. Sheesh. Okay, I see the bridge there that they spoke of. Let's just uncover this bit of territory. Ah, there's the wall in the south. Okay. Can't really go anywhere through that. I doubt we can even get into this area from the south. Or if we can, there's really nothing to it. Still, that was kind of interesting. Yeah, that's just a way in. Hall of Wonders. Okay. Wonder if there's anything else in this section. Might not be much. Oh, that other temple. That should be here somewhere. Either here or in the southwest. There's gotta be something.
This group shows promise exceptional.
I am sure, Denair. You always say that.
I love
Done.
money. Yes, I do.
Hello there. Dunn, ex-merchant at your service. How may I be of assistance? How exactly does one become an ex-merchant? Well, you start by becoming a merchant. Then you become a gambler. Then you bet your business on a game of dice. Then you lose. Voila. An ex-merchant. Next question. Could you tell me where the good stores are in town? There are no good shops in this city. Nope. None. Don't even think about it. Especially the ones run by the Seven Sons or the Merchants League. What's wrong with the Seven Sons in the Merchants League? I used to gamble with those fellows, but something's not right. I'm in debt to them up to my ears, but nothing's happening. No big guys with clubs knocking on my door in the middle of the night, no poison in my ale, nothing. It's like they've forgotten the whole thing. I saw my old buddy Al in the street the other day, looked him right in the eye, and he didn't even cuff me about the ears. He started looking real nervous, like he had forgotten his best friend's name at a party or something. Strange, I tell you. Huh. I met Dunn, the ex-merchant, in the city streets today. He has some interesting suspicions about the Seven Sons and the Merchants League, two mercantile groups here in Baldur's Gate. He is apparently quite in their debt financially, but for some unknown reason, they have stopped pressuring him for repayment. Indeed, they seem almost frightened whenever he approaches them and tries to catch their eye. I cannot yet fathom the relevance of this to my investigation. Still, this whole affair has been motivated by greed, business, and money from the start. If merchant groups in the largest city in the region are acting suspicious, I had best take note. That is actually very concerning.
Please, might I have your ear a moment?
Sure, and we found the ladies' hall. Yes. My name is Varsi, and I have heard that you sometimes help those in need. For a fee, of course. Please, would you meet with my guardian at his house? My guardian will reveal the nature of the job once we arrive. Please, it's a matter of life and death. Lead on, young one. I will follow. Oh, excellent. I may yet repair the damage I have caused. This way, I'll show you to the house where my master is staying. Is it this one right here? Must be. Alright, give me a moment. I'm just going to take a look at a bit of territory around here, just uncover it, because there's not much left to this place. Okay, so we have the ladies' hall here, we have Ragefast's home there, and we have this hall here that we need to investigate. I wonder what exactly we need to fix. Okay, yeah, there's really nothing else around here. Alright, let's go investigate this house. And see what he wants us to do.
There is nothing I can do. But I must do something. It's a risk. And risk is everything.
Varsi, who have you brought here? I told you I must be alone with my thoughts. Your thoughts know as I do, and there be no denying it. We need outside help to fix what's done, and you talk among the alleys say this group may be as effective as any we could hope for. You'll tell me later how you know in what alleys to learn such things. For now, however, you are correct. We are in need of assistance, and none in the clergy must know. Greetings to you all. I am Lord Priest Tremaine Beldiar, a humble servant of our smiling Lady Timora. My request of you is an odd and very dangerous one. I will not hold you to it if you deem it too extreme. I would have you enter the Water Queen's house and retrieve my son's body. He and Varsi sought to indulge their restless nature by sneaking about the place, and a high price was paid. We thought it would be exciting, causing a little mischief amidst Umberlee's underlings, only it wasn't that much fun when we were caught. We both ran. I got away, Casson didn't. They killed him as we sought to escape. A harsh sentence for a simple prank, but trespassing on holy ground, whatever the faith, is not a small crime. You must bring his body to me, that I may restore his life to him. If you can retrieve him, I will reward you whether I am able to revive him or not. What say you? You are a man of some import. Why do you not organize your own temple brethren to aid you? An astute question. High Priest Chanthalas has deemed that Casson knowingly took a risk, and luck determined his fate. Since Timora be the Lady of Luck, 'tis that fate we are officially to abide by. I, however, disagree. While Casson did dare and fail, I see no reason that I should not take the risk to rescue him. It makes no sense to me for Timora to grant her servants resurrection powers, if to use them would anger her or interfere with the fate of another. So now I find I must move against the wishes of my church, but not the spirit of it. To me, it seems that they are more concerned about incurring the wrath of the Umberlands than in following the spirit of adventure. You may anger her clergy by helping me, but I believe Timora will smile on all of us. Luck or no, it would be a shame to lose your life because of the foolishness of youth. I'll help as best I can. There is hope for my son yet. I cannot tell you where in the Umberland Temple Casson would be kept, but I would advise you to be careful. They seem a right unfriendly group, but once you get to know them, they seem out and out heartless. Please hurry. I have promised Tremaine Beldiar that I will rescue the body of his son from the Temple of Umberlee near the docks. I can find Tremaine in a house just north of the Hall of Wonders. Yeah, that's something we can do. Alright, we have a few other things left here to do. Ragefast's home and the Ladies' Hall. Let's start with Ragefast's home. It's probably going to be the last thing we do. Let me save before we try and pick our way in. Alright,
Yep.
Imoen, pick your way in. Now know thee well, I cannot leave thee. We are meant to be together, whether ye know it or no.
Destiny or no, I'm not.
Hold on a
going
minute.
this place.
I didn't realize I could have gone in on my
You're
own
queer,
like
fellow.
that, so I'm going to cut past that.
What would you have me
Let's
do?
all go in here. Now know thee well, I cannot let thee leave. We are meant to be together, whether ye know it or no.
Destiny or no, I'm not long for this place.
What? What bandit dares to enter the home of Ragefast? Identify your purpose here, that I might know what to put on thy tombstone. Dare you speak of me as bandit when you commit such crimes as you do? What nonsense is this? Explain yourself before I dispense with you. You hold this beauteous creature captive and still claim the moral high ground? It's a contradiction. No. This wondrous being is my love and life. I would be hers as well, but it takes time. She will grow to care for me as I care for her. One does not cage those he cares for. You may break her spirit and she will serve you, but this is not love. Listen to her. She will learn to be happy here. We shall grow old together. Look unto me, rage fast. My beauty fades even now. Abella, thy beauty is as brilliant now as the day I found you. Say not such things. 'Tis flattering, but you are blinded by your passion. Truly see what has become of me. I should not age, but my spirit fades in this ugly place. Yours does as well, but from obsession over me. But we were meant for each other. Thy very words had said so. In my glade amidst the stars and moon, 'twas beauty in that, but I cannot be confined with thee. I am not human, and this is not my home. But this is my home! Then this Abella will die with you. Free her if you truly feel as you do. It is so. Forgive me, Abella, I have been a fool. I release you from my enchantments, and you are free to leave. Please do not think too harshly of me. I am but a foolish old man. I am not without fault, but 'tis my nature to breed obsession in people, a hazard of just being who and what I am. As for my impromptu saviors, my gratitude is boundless. Please, take a lock of hair to remember me by. I doubt I shall seek the company of man for some time. Goodbye. Oh, Abella is free of her confinement at last. And she gave us a lock of her hair, or something? The party has gained an item, lock of nymph's hair. I don't see it, though. I don't know where it is.
Love is a
Have you not bothered me enough? Leave me be and get out of my home. Don't mind me just looking at these things for a moment. Okay, that works. Fine, we'll leave you be, Rage Fast. But
All right.
we freed the nymph. That said, well, we could go into the ladies' hall now and deal with that. I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. It's gone on about long enough, and this seems like a good place to pause. We can deal with the whole thing going on with Timora and Umberly in the next episode. Seems like a good choice. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I am Chester44, that is Frederick Lionheart, Ajantis, Bronwyn, Minsk, Imoen, and Dinair. This has been a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate, and I shall see you